Hello students. Now, in last lecture, I have explained you the section selection of the gantry cutter. Okay. So, after the calculating, the depth we got was 625 mm. The width we got was 250 mm. So, we need to provide the section which has depth around 600 mm. Okay. And the width more than 250 mm. But now we get confused that why we are providing the width more than 250 and depth for depth section around 600 mm because we are providing the rolled steel section. Okay, and the rolled steel section has maximum depth is 600 mm. After that, not any section is been designed. So after that, if in future we get the economic depth like 750 mm, at that time what we need to do? At that time we need to design our gantry gutter as per plate gutter, means we need to provide the section that we are providing in plate gutter section, like provide one base plate then one plate of 700 mm, 750 mm, and upper base plate and lower base plate. There will be no C section if we will provide the plate girder section. Okay, so here I have provided two sections and I have taken this section from the steel table. Okay, the steel table for provide for 620 mm tab I have provided 600 mm ISMB section, and for 250 mm width I have provided ISMC 300. That means the I section depth is 600 mm. From here to here, and the ISMC 300 means here to here. Okay, area of I section is 15621 and for C section is 4564. Thickness of flange is 250 to 20.8, means this thickness of flange 20.8, both sides, here also 20.8. Here 13.6 means this is the flange. Okay, thickness of bib 12 mm means this portion. Okay, and for 7.6 this. Okay, width of flange 210 mm, both side, upper and bottom both 210 mm at up also, and here 90 mm. Okay, I measure IYY of given section, I section for I section, IX section, IYY, and for C section, IX section, IYY. And this is the CYY, the CG distance of the C section, which will be here somewhere. Okay, this is known as 23.6 mm. Here it is given 2.36 centimeter. Here it is 23.6 mm. Okay. Now you will confuse that we have given the value of CYY, then why we are writing in XX direction? Because whenever you are choosing your section from the steel table, the section will be given like this. At that time, this will be the YY axis and this will be the XX axis. But we are providing our C section like this. So here it will become this axis XX and this axis will become YY. So that's why here the 23.6 will given like this, and for our section it will be like this. Okay, the axis will get changed. Okay, so now this is some data you have to note down in your books because we will use it in further calculation, and so please note down it in our book. Now moving to another step. This is called step 5, and in step 5 step 5 we will calculate IXX, and in step 5, calculation of IZZ, IYY, and ZP. Okay, IZZ, IYY, and ZP. Now we know that we have to fix our gantry cutter on the basis of ZP provided. Okay, so now first of all we will calculate the IZZ, moment of inertia in ZZ section. Okay, generally the equation is for rectangular or square section is BD cube by 12. Okay, but we are here given I section and C section. Now the value of both is get from the steel table. Okay, IZZ. So there are two sections, I section and C section. So IZZ will be IZZ1 plus IZZ2. Okay, this is IZZ1 is for I section and IZZ2 is for C section. Now if we cut our section in ZZ axis like this is our ZZ axis. So the section will be unsymmetric, will become unsymmetric. Why? Because this is I and the C is placed over I but not in the bottom. So the section is not symmetric. If the section is unsymmetric, then the equation of moment of inertia is Ig1 plus A1 H1 square plus Ig2 plus A2 H2 square. Okay, Ig1 means the given moment of inertia in steel cable. So here for H means what? Y bar minus Y1, or whichever is greater we put in the forward condition. Okay, H1, and in H2 it will be Y2 minus Y bar whole square. Okay, so what will be the Y bar value? So we need to calculate the Y bar value first. So for that we have the equation of Y bar is A1 Y1 plus A2 Y2 upon A1 plus A2. And equation here for Y bar is A1 Y1 plus A2 Y2 divided by A1 plus A2, that we have studied in the moment of inertia. So what is Y bar? Y bar is the center of the both axes. Okay, and Y1 is the center of gravity of the CG, distance from CG, distance to the bottom of I section, and Y2 is the distance from CG section to the bottom of C section. Okay, so our Y1 will be from here to here, which is 600 by 2, which is 300 mm. Okay, and Y2 will be the, this is Y1, Y2 will be the distance from CG of C section to the bottom. So it will be from here. See, this is the CG distance of the C section. So what will be the value of Y2? So from here to here it is 600 and plus 7.6 of this wave thickness. So total our height will be 607.6. Total height will be 600 plus 7.6 will be 607.6 mm. Okay. Now the CG axis is 23.6 from the top. So the Y2 value is equal to 607.6 minus 23.6. So the value itself will be 607.6 minus 23.6. It will be 584. So the value of y2 is 584 mm. 584 mm. Okay, 584 mm. The area will taken from the given data of ISMB 600 and ISMC 300. A1 is the area of I section and A2 is the area of C section. So what is the area of I section is 15621 into y1 is equal to 300 plus 4564 into 584 divided by 15621 plus 4564. So what is the value of y bar? So the value of y bar is 15621 into 300 plus 4564 into 584 divided by 15621 plus 4564. It will be 364.21 mm. So the value of y bar is 364.21 mm, which is somewhere here. Okay, 364.21 mm. Now we can calculate this value. Okay, so what is the Ig1? Ig1 is the IZZ of I section, which is like 91813 into 10 raised to 4 plus area 1. Area 1 15621 into h1 square. h1 is equal to y bar minus y1, means y bar is equal to 364.21 minus 300 whole square. This is the whole value of this. Okay, plus Ig2. Now we will consider IZZ of C section or IYY of C section. So let me explain. Whenever we are considering from the steel table, the figure will be like this, and this is the YY section axis, and this is the ZZ axis. So, and we are placing our C section like this, so it will become X and it will become Y. So the opposite value will be taken. For C section, the both will be changed. For ZZ, we will take YY, and for YY, we will take ZZ, because we are flipping our C section like this and putting over the I section. That's why the axis will be changed. Okay, so the value also will be changed. So here we will consider the IYY section. So here I can write of IZZ, and here right side will be IYY. So it will be, what is the IYY value of the, it is, IYY value is 310.8 into 10 raised to 4, and its area is 4564, and H2 means 584 minus 364.21 whole square. This is the second, and calculating this we will get the value of IZZ, that is 1206.11 into 10 raised to 6. 1206.11 into 10 raised to 6 mm. I hope you all understand that how the calculation of IZZ is done. Like this, we can calculate the IZZ. Okay. Now calculating the value of IYY. So we have finished this. Now the IYY value. So for calculation of IYY, same, IYY1 plus IYY2. But if we cut our section in y direction, then it will be symmetric. So for symmetric, we don't need to calculate the ig plus kh square equation. We need to put as it is value as we have got from the steel table. So Iyy1 means the Iyy of I section plus Izz of C section. So the value of Iyy of I section is, from the steel table, is 2651 into 10 raised to 4 plus 6362.6 into 10 raised to 4. 6362.6 into 10 raised to 4. So the total will be 9013.6 into 10 raised to 4 mm4. It is easy. It is not as much lengthy or difficult as Izz because it is a symmetry. In here, why Izz? Because we have flipped the C section. Okay. So we have calculated both Izz and Iyy. The main is now being calculated in ZP. So we are going to calculate the value of plastic ZP. Okay, so now what we have to keep in mind during the calculation of ZP? The ZP, the calculation of ZP, there are various equations for calculating the ZP. It depends on the shape of the section. For circular section, it is a different equation. For semicircular, it is different equation. For triangular shape, it is different equation. For that, we have to cut this section in various type of shapes. So we will cut our section in rectangular shape. Okay. So for rectangular section, the equation of ZP is, for rectangular or square section, the equation of ZP is B into T into Y. B means width, T means thickness or height, thickness also we can say, or depth also we can say, and Y is the CG distance. CG distance to P and A. Now what is this? P and A means plastic neutral axis. Plastic neutral axis, like in this section we have neutral axis, which is this y bar. This is our neutral axis. For calculating ZP, we need plastic neutral axis. So we need to first find where the plastic neutral axis is in this section. So how we will get the plastic neutral axis? So let me explain. First of all, I am rubbing some data from the figure that we are not needed. So we will not need y bar value 364 because we are calculating. We will not need the flange. Okay. This is also we will not get. Okay. Y2 cancel. I am rubbing and I am making new figure. Okay. So that you get understand. is our C section. Okay, and this is our I section. This is 210 mm, this is 20.8 mm, and this is 12 mm. This is 7.6. This value. Okay, your axis is here 23.6. Okay, this is the half portion, which is 300 mm, because our total height is 600 mm, and total is 607.6. Now, what is the definition of P and A? What is the definition of P and A? So, P and A means plastic neutral axis. Which is also known as equal area axis. Means the axis which divide both the portion up and down in equal area axis. Means the above area is equal to below area. Because means the area of the section of above and below which will be divided in the same portion. It is known as, and there plastic neutral axis is placed. So let us assume that this is our plastic neutral axis, P and A. The above portion and the below portion has equal area from this side, from this point. Okay. So how will we know that there will be equal area? Now this is the center of the I section. Let assume that this is dP. dP means depth of plastic neutral axis from the CG distance of I. Okay. So as per definition, above area is equal to below area. So above area is area of C section. Okay. Plus this portion plus area of I section by 2 means this much. And understand this very briefly. Area of C section we have taken. Area of I section divided by 2 is this. But our axis is from here. So we are deducting this portion from the area of I divided by 2. So deducting means we will minus dP. This area is equal to B into D. So B is our TW, thickness of wave, and D is equal to dP. So B into D, dP into TW. Okay. Anything left? No. Is equal to below area. Below area is only AI by 2. Area of I section divided by 2. But it is this much only, and our axis is here. So we are adding this portion here plus dP TW. Okay. Now this both value will be cancelled because they are same. So we left AC minus dP TW is equal to dP TW. This portion will move here. So AC is equal to 2 dP TW. Now we need to get this value dP, and we have this both value AC and TW. AC means the area of C section, which is 4564, is equal to 2 dp, and the thickness of web of this portion is 12 mm. So it is 12. So the value will be 4564 divided by 2 into 12 means 24, and we will get the value of dp, which is 190.16 mm, which is 190.16 mm. Okay, I hope you understand. The PNA divides both sections in equal area. Above area is equal to below area. Above area is area of C section, AI by 2, and deducting this portion means get minus dptw is equal to AI by 2 plus dptw. So by solving this equation, we will get the value of dp, which is 190.16 mm. So this portion is 190.16 mm. So the plastic neutral axis is, from below it will be 490.16 mm, and from above it will be 607.6 minus 490.16. 607.6 minus 490.16, which is 117.44 mm from above. Okay, so now let's move on to calculate the value of ZP. If you can't understand, then please comment me or please message me. I will explain you in detail. ZP is equal to, I have explained earlier, ZP is equal to BTY, width into thickness into CG. Now here there are two parts, above parts and below parts. So there will be ZP1 and ZP2. ZP1 is the below portion, or you can take anything, top or below, and this is the above portion. Above plastic neutral axis, and this is below plastic neutral axis. So first of all, we calculate the ZP1 value. So ZP1 is equal to, general equation of ZP is equal to B into T into Y. Okay, so I divide this below section in two portions. First section this, and second section is this. These two portions I divide. So if we want to make some more easier, then draw one figure additional. This is below portion. This is below portion. Okay, from here it is 490.16. I divide it in two sections, one section and two sections. Okay, so this is 20.8, this is 210 mm. Okay, and Y value will be from CG distance of first member to the PNA. Okay, so what will be the value of this? So 490 minus 20.8, we will get this value. So what is the value of 490? 469.36. This value will be 469.36. Okay, so let's calculate. So ZP1 is divided in two sections, 1 and 2. So it will be B1 into T1 into Y1 plus B2 into T2 into Y2. So the B1 is width, which is 210, into thickness, which is 20.8, into y1. So y1 will be from CG distance to PNA. Remember one thing, in neutral axis we were going from CG distance to downward, but from here we need to go from CG distance to PN because we are taking as a reference of plastic neutral axis. So from CG distance, in general calculation we go from here to downward side, okay, but in plastic calculation we need to go towards the section, towards the axis. So from CG distance to axis. So I can say that 20.8 divided by 2, which will get 10 by 4, 10.4. So simply I need to minus 10.4 minus, if I divide these two portion into 10.4 and 10.4. So the distance from here will be 490.16 minus 10.4, and which will get 479.76. So here 479.76 plus B2. B2 means this portion. Width is 12 mm. Thickness of wave. Height 469.36 into Y2 means 3G to here, means it will be the 469.36 divided by 2. So what is the value of that? 469.36 divided by 2. 234.68. So what is the value of ZP1? So the ZP1 will get is 3.417 into 10 raised to 6 mm cube. Okay, we get the value of this. Remember this. The ZP1 is equal to 3.417 into 10 raised to 6. Now find the value of ZP2. It is the same as this calculation. So how we will get to find? So the ZP2 is the above. So ZP2. Now the section will divide in 3 portions. First one this, second one this, and third one C section. Okay. So let's maximize the figure. I am rubbing this figure and I am maximizing it. For better understanding. So this is our okay, this is PNA, and from here to here it is 117.44 distance. And this is PNA. This is above portion. So if up to here it is 490.16 mm. So what will be the distance? 117.44. Okay. So what will be the distance from here? So simply minus 7.6. Okay, the thickness of wave. The distance will be 109.84. 109.84. Now from here the distance how will be? So simply minus this 20.8. Okay, from here to here distance it is 20.8. So it is 89.04. 89.04. Okay. So we get all the height of the section. This is first section which is with 12, height 89. This is second section which is with 210, height 20.8. Okay, this is third section. So ZP2 means B1, T1, Y1 plus B2, T2, Y2 plus B3, T3, Y3. There will be 3 sections. So B1, which is 12, T1, which is 89.04, and Y1 means 89.04 divided by 2. Okay. Second, B2 means 210 into T2 20.8. Y2 means from CG to PNA. For above section PNA is downward, for below section PNA is upward. So it's simply 109.84 minus 10.4. So it will be 109.84 minus 20.8 divided by 2. So it will be 99.44. Here 99.44. It is nothing but 109.84 minus 20.8 divided by 2 plus third section. Now third section is considered as whole C section. So B into T means area, and we have whole C section above the axis. So we can write it 4564, the area of C section from steel table, because the C section is fully in the above portion. So why we calculate B into T? We take area directly from the steel table, 4564 into Y3. So Y3 is equal to distance from CG. So CG distance is 23.6. So here it is 117.4 minus 23.6. So we will get Y3. 117.4 minus 23.6. So the value will be 93.8. So it will be the ZP2 value will be 910.21 into 10 raised to 3. 910.21 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. This is the value of ZP2. Now total value of ZP is equal to summation of ZP1 plus ZP2, means this plus this. So the value will be 4.327 into 10 raised to 6 mm cube. This is the value of ZP provided, which is greater than ZP required as we calculated earlier using the equation. Okay, so our section which we have provided, is it okay or not? It is okay. So this is our sum of design of gantry girder. I hope you all understand how to calculate the design of gantry girder. So thank you for watching my video. If any query, then tell me. In further we will continue with next topic. So for today, bye.